A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. You can think of this installment as the pro-life nightmare. Screenwriter Leslie Boehm certainly doesn't hide her views on the topic. The plot involves Freddy Krueger invading the dreams of an unborn fetus as a way to possess and manipulate his way back into existence. You know, as you do. This leads to scenes where our pregnant heroine Alice has conversations with the physical manifestation of her unborn son. His name is Jacob. We are to assume that his name was always Jacob, since she had yet to pick a name for her baby prior to meeting him. Her unborn fetus is portrayed as a fully drawn character with thoughts, fears, and motivations. Not too subtle in my opinion. Boehm even injects a bit of factual info into her script that I was previously unaware of. It involves the dream habits of unborn fetuses. Apparently, scientists have found that the fetus spends most of its time in a dream state, making this the perfect premise for an Elm Street flick. Although the film does leave out the specifics of this not occurring until the 7th month, and we are never quite clear what trimester Alice is in during the course of the film. As always, there are some pretty inventive nightmare sequences on display featuring state-of-the-art practical effects. Dream Child actually features my favorite nightmare of the entire series, where one of Alice's friends, Greta, eats herself to death. This is all carried out by Freddy's hand, of course. It's Greta's bulimia personified in classic nightmare form. The entire sequence from Greta being force-fed to an entire table of her abusive mother's friends laughing belligerently at her suffering is extremely effective, especially for those who can relate to such illnesses. Stephen Hopkins was a proper visual fit for the series. Freddy is in full-on ham mode here. The excessiveness of his cartoonish demeanor and gratuitous one-liners had been on the incline since Dream Warriors. At the end of the film, you might notice that the film's elaborate M.C. Escher display was most certainly lifted from the climax of Jim Henson's 1986 film Labyrinth. A side-by-side comparison of the two would prove this accusation undeniable.